Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. I wanted to do a video today about how to fill out the mandatory relationship disclosure. I thought this was a video I'd already done, but maybe not. So let's just tie it up real quick, how to fill out this form. By the way, about a year ago in 2021, November of 2021, the board revised the form, and I made a video about that at that time, and you can go back to our channel and find that. So we're not going to talk about the revisions so much, but just basically how to fill out the form. Let's get right into it. All right, I'm going to provide a link in the description to get this form. The state has had some trouble providing a link, so I'll make sure you have the link in the description. So this is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Board of Registration of Real Estate and Real Estate Brokers and Salespersons. I think I said real estate twice. Sorry about that. Mandatory mass licensee consumer relationship disclosure. This is not a contract. One of the things I do want to mention is the state basically closed the loophole. Previously, you had to use this at the first personal meeting to discuss a specific property. But now it's the first personal meeting to discuss a specific residential property. So effectively, commercial property, not applicable. Also, they close this loophole. If there's no personal meeting between you and the licensee, this form must be presented electronically or through some other means. There had been, and I certainly have had this in the past, clients who I've never met in person. I know, especially with the virus and everything, that was pretty common. But if that situation prevails, where you've never met this person, you still need to do this form before entering into a contract. So just remember that. The excuse, well, I never saw them in person, that's not going to cut it anymore. So let's just scroll down here. Consumer information responsibility. That's basically where they tell the consumer what this form's all about. But this video is not about that. This video is how to fill out the form. So sliding down here, it's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. You select, as the agent, you select if you're the seller's agent, the buyer's agent, or the facilitator. You can use this form for either one of those three things. So you should, especially even if you're new, you should be able to know the difference between all three of those. Seller's agent, buyer's agent, or facilitator. Let's just say you're the seller's agent. Then you'd put a check mark next to that. Then you have to choose whether or not you're working at a non-designated agency or a designated agency. And if you're not sure, ask your broker. Most brokers, and this is kind of a broker decision, most brokers are going to run their agency as a designated agency, but you check with your broker first. But let's assume that you're like most agencies, you're going to check designated agency. Then under that, you're just going to check the box that you already checked up at the top. Are you working for the buyer or the seller? In this case, we're going to say you're working for the seller. So you're the seller's agent working at a designated agency, and you're once again the seller's agent. Or if you were the buyer's agent up at the top, then you'd be the buyer's agent now. It's very simple. Then down below, signature of the licensee. That is going to be you, the salesperson. Print your name, provide your license number, and then check if you're a broker or salesperson, put the date on it. That's pretty easy. At my office, we already have this line pre-populated. Name of the agency, Jack Gately Real Estate, and the brokerage firm and number. Pretty easy. Just you might not know your broker agency number. If you don't, ask your broker. It should be on your website or letterhead, or just ask them. Probably is. And then underneath, there's a place for the consumer, whether they're the buyer or seller. Just check the appropriate box. Have them sign, have them print their name, and add the date. Check here if consumer declines to sign this notice. Remember, this is just a notice. It's not a contract, and they have no obligation to sign it if they don't want to. Their choice. But, as long as you present this appropriately, you'll get them to sign it, right? You'll get them to sign it. The only time that you might have difficulty having someone sign it is if it's the first meeting ever that you've had with this person, and it's a completely how do I want to say it? Cold lead off of Zillow or something. They have no idea who you are, and you're going to go show them a house, and you literally just got out of their car, got out of your car. They met you on some street corner somewhere, and you're going to go show them some house, and you don't know them, they don't know you. Yeah. So, but other than that, it should be a fairly easy document to get signed. On the back of this document, and it is a 2-page document, and you should present both pages to your client, are the types of agency representation. Now, we're not going to get into what all this means because that would be for a different type of video, but there are many of the types of agency that are available in Massachusetts are described here on the back of this form: seller's agent, buyer's agent, facilitator. Those are the 3 that you can use this form for, as well as designated agent and dual agent. If you don't know what those are, as a salesperson or broker, it would be wise of you to study up on those. You could start by reading these descriptions. Hint, hint. All right, but other than that, it's a fairly easy form to fill out, as we just discussed right here. And you're going to need a little bit of information from your broker, like, hey, broker, are we a non-designated or a designated agency? You're going to need to be able to tell one of those others, and you need obviously their brokerage firm name, their official firm name, and their license number. Hey, I'm Jack from the Online Real Estate Academy and Jack Gately Real Estate. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a great day.